Hello and welcome to this last video in I think it's the last video in this chapter of plugins. Basically, I think it's mainly plugins we did in this chapter, and I just want to do just show you some of the optional plugins I think are worth looking at. The first one I'd recommend is now it does depend what your website is going to be about, what's going to be included in your website, of course. If your website, if you're planning to do affiliate marketing, then I recommend you put in pretty links. The reason why these are this is very popular with, and look, you can see if it's come out with affiliate link. The reason this is popular is because people don't like clicking links. If for some reason, even if you have a great website with lots of great advice, buy this because blah blah blah, people quite often don't like clicking the link if they think it's an affiliate link. So by using pretty links, you can disguise your affiliate link as the normal link of your website. So instead of, for example, for my website technophobes.com, instead of some long link with lots of letters, it might have, if I'm selling, what am I selling? An Apple Mac. So it would have technology for technophobes.com/Apple Mac. And that would actually be the affiliate link, but people wouldn't see the affiliate link. They'd see technology for technophobes.com/Apple Mac, and then they're happy to press it for some reason. I don't really know why people are against affiliate links, because you never pay more when you're using an affiliate link. You're always paying the same amount. It's just that some of the cost goes to the affiliate. Now, I'm not going to necessarily install any of these because I don't need them for my website. So I'm not going to install pretty links because I don't need it. The next one is it's called recent posts with widget. Let's see what's coming up here. Let's see if we've got it, or whether we need to put with thumbnails. Now, this is a great one if you're going to write a lot of articles and blog posts. Let me show you why I like it. Let's see if we can find some good news story. Man City thrash Villa. But let's look at, hang on a second, let's see if we can find something. Here you are. I looked at this earlier, $250,000 for a space ticket. But look on the side here. We've got links with pictures in them, and I think these are much more attractive than just having the link with no picture in it. So these work very well from a point of view of getting people to stay on your website longer. Remember, we talk about on-page SEO, and that's anything you can do to keep your visitors or your readers on your site for longer helps your SEO. So that's worth doing. Now it says recent post widget. So the thing you've got to do, you've got to put your widget in where you want it to appear. So widgets are a big part of your website. So for example, here's the recent post widget, and we're going to put it in our main, hang on, in the main, having problems with, there you are, main, now, main sidebar, okay, and let's just call it recent posts, okay, and then it's got lots of options, and you need to play around with these options to, you know, just play around with them. I don't want, you know, there's lots of things you can do with it, but remember to always, when you've save it, then you can have a look at how it looks, and then you can change some more things, save them again, have a look at how it looks, and so on. This only works, of course, once you've got a few posts on your website. It's not going to work if you haven't got anything on your website yet. Another plugin which I really like is a plugin called Widget Options. Now, if you've read the book, you'll have seen that if you have, say, a travel site and you're writing about I don't know, a state in America, or California, and you're writing about places to go to in California, well, by having this widget, you can put your related articles, your related posts on the same page as whatever you're writing about that's California. So say you're writing about San Francisco and you've written 10 other posts. 3 are about cities in San Francisco and 6 are about, forget the numbers, it doesn't matter, but 6 are about New York State or something. Well, you can use the widget options to make sure that only the 3 that are about other cities in California appear on the same post as the post about San Francisco. You see what I mean? So if we go to widgets, there's a video, of course. You can see the video there, can't you? So now it works inside the widgets. So if we click on this again and then go right to the bottom, right to the bottom, this is all about the widget itself, and then right at the bottom there, this is it. So you can decide where you're going to show your recent posts, and you can do it using categories, for example. So for me, for example, I could put this in a post about writing articles, and then any other articles about writing articles I could say they only go into the creating content posts. So you need to play around with this. It's again, it's one of these things where you need to have some fun, and put in different numbers. So rather than 75, you might want to have a big picture, so 300 and 250, I don't know, say that, and see how that looks on your website. Now remember, we also talked about different themes. Things appear in different ways in different themes. So one theme, it might look really good, in another theme it might look terrible. So you do have to play around a bit. You can't until you like what you have. So I installed both of those because I love them so much, and I put them on all my websites. Now there's one other thing, table press. Or was it one word? I think it might be one word. Hang on. Let's see. There you go. Now this is a great table if you're a great plugin if you want to put tables in your posts. Putting tables in your post using the WordPress table maker thing is horrible. It's really, really terrible. It doesn't work well at all. Using something like this will be really makes a difference. If you're going, so if you have, I don't know, if you're doing a travel website, you might want to do, I don't know, for a small country, Latvia, for example, you might want to do a list of the big cities or towns, population, I don't know, distance from Riga or something like that. And you could use a nice table like this one. Again, I'm not going to install this in Technology for Technophobes because I don't think I'm going to have any need for it. So I'm not going to bother. Now, so I just installed 2 of the optional ones. You can decide. Now, of course, there are as we know, there are thousands of plugins that you can use. So do you know, you can choose whatever you want. Now, remember, when we put in new things, I would always run a test just to see what sort of effect they have on your website. You know, some plugins are horrible for your website, some are fine. So I always like to run a test after I've installed plugins just to see what they do. Now here, it seems like it has slowed down my website a little bit, but not enough that I would worry about. Remember, this is also fully loaded time. So if you look at the waterfall, you know, a lot of the stuff is loaded immediately, and then these sort of bits at the end, these are things that maybe aren't being seen by the person who's looking at your website. So anyway, these figures are fine. You don't need to worry about them at all. And anyway, so I'm going to leave it like that. That's quite long enough. So we've talked about the optional ones. And like I said, it's up to you. You can add more if you want, but do be careful. Remember, the more plugins you install in your website, the slower it will become. So do be careful with plugins. Don't go crazy. All right, so thank you very much for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.